Welcome back everyone, my name is Echo. I hope you're having a great day. Today's video is the weekly series where I take the time to answer your questions about everything Minecraft. Now we have a set of fantastic questions that I'm going to be answering, but if you're new to the channel, thank you so much for subscribing. If you enjoy Minecraft, you're curious about the future updates, changes, anything at all, feel free to leave your question down below, but please use the hashtag #AskEcho. Anyway, I like to start off this series with a little bit of information from the past week. The last Q&A episode, I told you guys that 1.5 would be releasing. That has been officially released for iOS, Android, Windows 10, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch, which is the Bedrock version, which means we officially have the updated Aquatic available on those versions. Now, at the beginning of this week, one of you guys in the community found something pretty amazing. So going back a couple of months ago, we had the ability of having 4D skins, which let players turn into iron golems, armor stands, giant dinosaurs, and much more. So this week, somebody figured out how to do it again. Now, it is going to be patched very, very soon. If you missed my video the other day, go and check it out above me. The 4D skins, they're fun, guys. They are being patched because, unfortunately, they are classed as an exploit. And you can see it here. Thor's Hand, who works for the Minecraft Bedrock team, said the 4D skins are going to get patched. Don't count on them. They are using an exploit. We are going to fix it. Now, with them fixing this, guys, they've already made a hotfix for these 4D skins. You know what really drives me crazy? They are quick to actually patch these bugs, but they're not quick to patch the other bugs. It drives me crazy what they have in terms of priority. But that's the information I do have for you. And let's get into the first question. Let's get into the poll. Make sure you answer the poll above me. I said to you guys last week, do you ever use super flat worlds? Question mark. Now, 81% said yes, 18%, including myself, said no. I'm guessing for the people who use the super flat worlds, you guys use super flats for like testing. I know a lot of people do a lot of redstone testing, but 81% use custom flats, which means they definitely need to introduce the ability of having the custom flat worlds available on the Bedrock version, which still hasn't been added. We were promised this a long time ago. So the first question today is coming from Lucas, saying, Q&A Echo, do you think that they should, instead of having a desert village, having a western village? And I feel like the desert should have more stuff, in my opinion. And I think they should have forts with people guarding it, and maybe with traps and loot. Now, this had 6 thumbs up. I fully agree with what you're saying here. I fully agree that each biome should have its own specific type of village. Now, they did do something like that. For example, the acacia, the acacia biome now produces like the acacia built villages out of acacia blocks. You have like the desert village made out of desert blocks. But I definitely do agree with like a western style. The best way to explain this, guys, is if a biome was a country, most houses around the world are not exactly the same. For example, a lot of houses in America are built out of wood. Pretty much every single house in the UK is built out of stone. And I know in other countries, it's built out of different materials. So that's kind of the best way for me explaining it. Different biomes is kind of like different countries. They should have different houses. There is going to be changes to villages in the future. We kind of did get that promise during the Minecraft Summit last month. Jeb confirmed that they are looking into villages and the villager system themselves. I don't think they should add anything like forts or guarding or anything like that. And as for traps, I mean, they could add traps, but they need to make the traps a little bit more difficult because, for example, the traps that we have in Minecraft for the temples, we know where everything is. They're easy to understand. They need to make them like 1 or 2 or 3 ways where you really don't know what's going to happen. But love the question. You guys thumbed it up. So if you agree with somebody else's question, always thumbs it up. The next one from yours truly, MC. He's had a lot of questions in my Q&A series. Q&A. Why hasn't Mojang updated the game sounds yet? Bedrock Edition still has the old sounds such as doors, trapdoors sounds, whilst the Java version has the sounds. I personally prefer the new sounds, and I need to use an add-on in order to get them. This also had 5 thumbs up, and this is also something myself and a lot of people have asked the developers. For one, guys, during the Aquatic update, we had 3 new pieces of music introduced to the Java version. This is still not available on the Bedrock version, along with the doors, the trapdoors, and everything you are saying. Lucky enough, though, we do have the ability of add-ons, and there are add-ons out there that let you introduce these new sounds. But I know it's really annoying. It's the small things that make a big difference. I don't know where they are. I don't know why they're taking so long. Don't forget, guys, the music within the game itself is quite a big file. I remember when they first ever introduced music to Minecraft Pocket Edition, they told us that the music file is bigger than the actual game. So that could be the reason why. Maybe they're trying to compress the files, make them a lot smaller, and then introduce them to iOS, Android, Windows 10, Xbox. But hopefully that answers your question. The next one says, I have a question. Why is it so hard to make tipped arrows in the Java version? You have to kill the Ender Dragon and get its breath and get home safely. Whereas Bedrock, you can just use it having a cauldron, such a basic weapon, which is so hard to craft in Java version. There is really no point. I do agree with this one, but you have to remember tipped arrows were introduced to the Java version first, and they wanted to make tipped arrows more of an achievement, something that you gain over a long period of time. And then the Pocket Edition version came along, they added a cauldron, and then you get instantly tipped arrows. So this is still a feature that is yet to be introduced to the Java version. This was also introduced to the console edition versions. So that's a question that I can't answer. That is something that you're going to have to leave on the feedback page and be like, yo, Mojang, I play Java, I play Bedrock, I want to be able to have tipped arrows. But I've never had that question before, so thank you very much for that question. The next one from Lionzilla. Why has PlayStation platform been placed as the least priority? It frustrates me how underrated they placed the platform. Should it be right for Mojang to punish the player even though Sony has placed a barrier between Bedrock Edition arriving onto the PS4? You know what? I feel so sorry for the PlayStation 4 community. I had hundreds of thousands of PlayStation 4 Minecraft players who used to follow me all the time. They're probably still around watching these videos, but they lost interest in Minecraft. Now, that's not my fault. That is pure and simply down to Sony/Minecraft/Microsoft and that barrier in between. It must suck so much because PlayStation 4 Minecraft players have not had a good update in months. That is so disappointing because if I was a PlayStation 4 player, I only had a PlayStation. If I seen all these other versions around me being updated, I would be furious. I would be so angry, so disappointed, and so left out because at the moment, PlayStation 4 is being left out. The only promising thing I can say about this is that this is not down to 4J Studios. They are developing the update for PlayStation 4. The good news that I have for you, though, is Sony have a lot of pressure on them at the moment for the crossplay with Fortnite, with Minecraft, with Rocket League. So I personally do feel Sony will give in at some point and crossplay will be a thing. And then we won't have to worry about the console edition because the PlayStation 4 version will get the better together version, which I know isn't amazing, but it means that they won't be left behind in terms of updates. But it sucks. You hit the nail on the head. It's frustrating and you're being punished for enjoying games, which isn't right. The next question we have here from Gaming with Gamer Steve, Q&A. When the update Aquatic releases on console, 360, PS3, etc., where will the 4J developers go? Question mark. This is a great question. So this isn't confirmed news, by the way, guys. I have it in my mind. Once that this last update is introduced, and if PlayStation 4 does get the Better Together update, what is going to happen to 4J Studios? You have to remember, 4J Studios controlled Minecraft Xbox 360, Minecraft Xbox One, Minecraft PS3, PS4, PS Vita, Wii U, and Switch. They controlled 7 versions of Minecraft in terms of development, skin packs, mashup packs, etc. They now only have PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, Vita and Wii U on their last update, which means PS4 is going to be the only platform 4J developed for. Now, when the update Aquatic releases on PS4, that will not be the last update. That will continue to be updated by 4J Studios. But if the Bedrock version comes to PS4, what are 4J going to do? Because 4J don't develop the Bedrock version. So I have it in my mind that I feel like Microsoft and Minecraft will get rid of 4J, try and get them off their pay packet. That's what I think is going to happen. That's just my personal opinion. I could be completely wrong. But what are 4J going to do? Are they going to have 2 massive offices, 2 massive teams just to develop mashup packs? I don't think Microsoft or or Minecraft would do that. But yeah, that's still up in the air, gaming. Good question. The next one from Blockstar. Question, hey Echo, if console is getting its last update, will they have a last bug fix update? Because I don't want to be playing on a buggy update. Alright, so although it's going to be the last feature update, which is the update Aquatic, the console versions will still feature bug fixes. So if you come across bugs and there's issues, we will still get bug fixes. This is something that was told to us because there's still a couple of bugs on Minecraft Xbox One Edition that have still not been fixed. For one, I'm pretty sure zombie villages are broken. And for two, guardians are still spawning everywhere, not just in the guardian temple or around the guardian temple. So we will still see bug fixes every now and then, which I guess makes sense, but nothing feature related. The next question from Flame Rage. Now they already made the ocean and sky mobs, maybe it's time for now to stop adding useless stuff. Instead, fix and improve our combat system. Now, we've had the ocean update. We are getting very close to the next announcement for the next update. Again, we will see another update this year. Another update will be introduced. Beta, snapshots, full releases. We don't know what that update's going to be. I wouldn't really call it useless features. I feel like the update Aquatic was like a big step in Mojang's development. The past updates, we had things like polar bears. They sucked, they were good for a couple of days, then they were useless. This time the developers have focused on features that will always be useful. Things like the new swimming, things like the biome relation, things like shipwrecks, things like the conduit. As for you asking for the new combat system, that is going to take a lot of time. They are working on a new combat system. It's not coming this year, because we were told don't expect it this year, but it will be coming. They need to do the combat system for all versions. That's the Bedrock version, and that's the Java version. And there's a lot of different platforms involved there. So the combat system is something they are working on. That's going to take a long time. Hopefully they step back a little bit and work on a couple of missing features. For example, we're still missing custom flats, amplified terrain, hardcore, and stuff like that. So hopefully that answers your comment. Yeah, hopefully that answers that one. The next one here from Absorbed Gaming. I feel like they should add a biomes update where they add new things to each biome, like the savanna biome. For example, there's not really much there. Something that fills the gap missing in what do you think? I agree. They could introduce a biome update. They could introduce the update for the current biomes that we have. This is actually quite a common thing in the Q&A series. We talk a lot about biome changes. A lot of you guys want specific changes to villages or more things added. I actually said they could introduce a new biomes update, but the more I think about it, they could go back to the current biomes that we have right now and change them. For example, you guys want changes to the desert biome. You guys want changes to jungles. You guys want changes to the savanna biome. There's 3 different biomes that could be improved. Like I've said before, the only other biome update that I remember is that the mesa biome was updated with mine shafts above normal level and gold spawns at different levels. That is the only ever biome update change I have ever seen. So I agree, a biome update. Update the biomes that got an update in the biomes. Yeah, so many biomes. Anyway, but yeah, I fully agree with that. Maybe that's something that could be in the next update. Try and leave these on the feedback though. I leave quite a couple of suggestions on the feedback. It does get read quite a bit. I don't know how many ideas the Mojang team take from that though. The next question from Alex the Gamer. Hey Echo, for the combat update for Bedrock, will there be a setting that you can toggle it on or off? Great question. And this goes back to an Ant Venom video. Ant Venom's a YouTuber. He basically said they should introduce a game rule where you can have like the combat system on or off. This would be great for the survivor worlds. For example, there's tons of people that like the combat update, the delayed hitting, etc. But there's still millions that do not. So they could introduce a game rule for the specific realms, for the specific single player, game rule, combat system off or on. Meaning that you have the ability to spam attack or slow delayed attack, you know? Will there be a setting for it? Again, I don't have any news on that because we don't know what's going to be happening. We don't know how the changes are going to be happening. But I guess a setting would be an option. A game rule would probably be the best option. I think that would probably be the best option. But thank you very much, Alex the Gamer, for the question. The last question we have today, stupid potato. So, with 1.5 Aquatic Bedrock released, doesn't that mean that the rest of the console should get the update soon? So I want to end this on a positive note for Minecraft Console Edition players, with the Bedrock version being fully released on the updated Aquatic. With the Java version in its final stages of testing, yes, the console edition versions will be getting updated very, very soon. If you had to ask me when it was going to be released, we are currently in mid-July. August will be the time of the release. I'm sticking to that. I think the mid-August towards the end of August will be the official release of Minecraft Console Edition Update Aquatic. And I do plan to do a Minecraft Xbox 360 series on that as well. Just because I started on that version. I kind of still enjoy it as well. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed the Q&A. Thank you everybody who does leave these questions every single week. If you're looking for a shout out, you're looking to answer your questions, all you gotta do is leave them down below. Guys, answer some questions. Whatever you're curious about, I'll try my best to put it in the video. Take care, stay beautiful, have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.